Adventures in a Banyan Tree, Part 3.
What type of birds live in the tree? The red-buttoned bulbul, cheerful and greedy, gossiping rosy pastors, and parrots and crows. Squabbling means fighting, small fight among themselves. You might have seen more birds gathering together, they will fight. A small fight among themselves will be started. So squabbling means a small fight with each other all the time. During the fig season, the banyan tree was the noisiest place on the road. So these are all types of birds coming and fighting and eating that fig. Right now, during that time, full in that road, the noisiest place was this banyan tree. Understood me? That much types of birds used to come and gather in that banyan tree. So halfway up in the tree, the boy had built a small platform for him to sit on that, on which I would often spend my afternoons when it wasn't too hot. This boy went and sat in that tree and he made a platform for him to sit there and read on that very hot afternoon. I could read there, propping myself up against the bole of the tree with cushions taken from the drawing room. Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, the Mowgli stories and novels of Edgar Rice Burroughs and Lucy May Alcott made up my bag of very mixed reading. This all types of books is to take there, sit on the tree and is to read these books. When I did not feel like reading, I could look down through the banyan leaves at the world below, at grandmother's hanging up or taking down the washing, at the cook quarreling with the fruit vendor. Quarreling means fighting with the fruit vendor, fruit seller. Vendor means a fruit seller. Or at grandfather gambling at the hardly Indian marigolds, which insisted on springing up all over his very English garden. Whenever he was free, he was not reading, the boy was not reading, he was sitting simply up on the tree and watching all the happenings which are going in the down platform. Understood me? So there he saw some of the things, grandmother, what grandmother is doing, what grandfather is doing, who is fighting with the fruit vendor, everything he was watching by sitting in the tree. He spent a very beautiful afternoon in the nature sitting on the tree. Usually nothing very exciting happened while I was in the banyan tree, but on one particular afternoon I had enough excitement to last me through the summer. Every time he was sitting there and watching all the things whenever he was not reading. But one day one exciting thing happened at that moment when he was sitting on the tree and watching these things. What excitement happened there? Exciting thing happened there. That was the time I saw a mongoose and a cobra fight to death in the garden. So what was the thing he saw down? It was a fight between the mongoose and the cobra. Did you see the mongoose, children? You might have watched the mongoose, no? Cobra also you have seen, snake. So cobra, snake and mongoose were fighting each other, while I sat directly above them in the banyan tree. He was just above them in the banyan tree and he was seeing the fight between them in the shade of the tree or the down platform. He saw the fight between them. So did you see the fight, children? Now I will show you one clippings of the fight between mongoose and cobra. Okay. Now it was an April afternoon and the warm breezes of approaching summer had sent everyone, including grandfather, indoors. The summer was so hot summer only, but the time was very hot afternoon it was. Anyone could not come outside. Okay, so including grandfather, everyone was indoors, means inside the house. I was feeling drowsy myself and was wondering if I should go to the pond behind the house for a swim. When I saw a huge black cobra gliding out of the clump of the cactus and making for some cooler part of the garden. At that time he saw the cobra which was coming out of the cactus plant. Cactus, you know, no? A plant which will store water on it, cactus plant. Out of the cactus he was coming out and searching for the cooler place to go and settle down. At the same time, a mongoose, whom I had often seen, always that mongoose was coming, he also came by the other side and emerged means jump on from the bushes and went straight for the cobra. As soon as he jumped from the bushes, he went straight to the cobra and started to fight with the cobra. Understood now? We shall stop here, children. I'll meet you in
Now
the
let
next
us see
class.
the fight
Then,
between
goodbye.
mongoose and cobra.